Hello. Do you know that there are about 119 countries in the world that conduct diaspora voting? And Nigeria cannot afford to be left behind given the contributions of Nigerians in the diaspora to the Nigerian economy, says Honorable Abike Dabiri Arewa, Chairman CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. Do you want to know when and where this statement was made, as well as other details? Then please do stay tuned for more. And in other stories, are you aware that there is an upcoming diaspora city in the Federal Capital Territory? Well, this is to be built on a 675 hectares of land in the northeastern part of Abuja. Great news, isn't it? Well, this is just the tip of the iceberg, as I've got more juicy stories for you on this week's episode of your favorite program, The Diaspora, and I am Koinsola Adetumbi. Please stay tuned. The NIDCOM boss, Honorable Abike Dabiri Arewa, led other diasporans to canvass for the rights of Nigerians living abroad on diaspora voting at the Senate Committee public hearing on further alterations to the provisions of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. With participants from all continents of the world joining via Zoom, please enjoy the interaction.
Nigerians in the diaspora believe that they should be able to vote at any time that INEC decides. Your Excellency, sir, we're talking about 17 million Nigerians in the diaspora contributing to world economies. The best professionals anywhere in the world are Nigerians. In last year alone, they contributed about $26 billion to this economy. Nigerians in the diaspora are an economic factor. Now they are becoming an investment factor in Nigeria. We cannot ignore them. And they say they want to vote, and they hope that the National Assembly will make that possible. As I speak with you, sir, 150 countries have diaspora voting, 30 of them in Africa. And recently we passed the diaspora policy. Part of the policy says Nigerians in the diaspora should be able to vote if the National Assembly so amends. And I think it's quite easy, sir. The job of Parliament is to amend. INEC will decide when, how, modalities, who, and what should be done. But I'll define who a diaspora is. A diaspora is a Nigerian living legitimately in another country. He's paying tax, he or she is paying tax, has a job, has an address, and is contributing both to the economy of that country and Nigeria. So we're appealing to you, sir, that Nigerians in the diaspora should be able to vote.
Since 1999, Nigerians in the diaspora have very vigorously advocated for diaspora vote with limited success. Most of us may be aware that 2/3 of sub-Saharan Africa, 48 countries, allow for some form of external voting for its citizens. Why would Africa's biggest economy, biggest democracy be left behind? The National Assembly ought to work to institute a legal framework that allows for diaspora Nigerians to register in their countries of residence and vote as full participants of our electoral process.
As far back as 2006, 93 countries worldwide allowed their diaspora citizens to vote, and we believe it is time for Nigeria to catch up. Indeed, one could even make a case for Nigerian diasporas having seats in the National Assembly. We at Kano shall be writing to the Nigerian Governance Forum asking to be granted observer status at their meetings so we can join them virtually and intimate them with our issues. Many diasporas, for instance, are eager to invest back in Nigeria, but are seeking guarantees that the investments will be safe. In Kano, it is our sincere wish that this committee pushes aggressively for diaspora voting.
We are also looking at distribution, both education, both in skills acquisition, both our expertise. Globally, like we've heard or we've seen, we've known, Nigerians are seen as hard workers. Nigerians are contributing, even in the host country where we are making significant impact. And it's amazing when we look at how our other nationalities that we are always there as foreigners or as immigrants also have a contribution in their own home country. But unfortunately, us as Nigerians in the diaspora, we don't even contribute. So I have the opinion, on behalf of our community in South Africa, we have the opinion that I think there should be a review where INEC and the Constitution have been allowed in such a way that we can also contribute.
I'm pleased to the honorable members of the Senate listening to us, and as diaspora members, we have been putting our money where our heart is, via remittance and investment. We have also been putting our knowledge where our mind is, via knowledge transfer. So I appeal that the House gives us the right to put our thumb to contribute to our nation's progress via diaspora voting. Thank you so much for this privilege. I'm Abiodun Odunuga, represents the young people in diaspora and based in France. Thank you.
What we are advocating here is for this amendment, 77 subsection 2, to be further amended in the imperialism, as we are talking now, or in sequence, after what is current on the ground is passed, for us to think further of how we can organize ourselves in the diaspora so we can actually vote for people that will truly represent the diaspora interest in Nigeria.
It was basically a presentation to support our bill that's presently at the National Assembly. That bill is passed first and second reading, and the title of that bill is Diaspora Voting Bill. And what that bill is about is just primarily to amend sections 77 and 117 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that will allow Nigerians in the diaspora to partake in the electioneering process in Nigeria.
Thank you for representing the Nigerian global community. And now let's check out the Diaspora City layout.
The Abuja Diaspora City is the pilot of 7 diaspora cities to be developed in Nigeria. The site secured for this project is located at the northeastern part of the city in Kabusu district of Maitama Extension. The Diaspora City is to be built on a 675 hectares of land, providing a platform to test run the entire arrangement to be put in place for the nationwide scheme. Asset layout, development plans, architecture and engineering drawings are being finalized. Off-plan sales are being contemplated, and discussions with investors are at various stages. This is a 21st century development project anchored on the smart city concept, in which residents can live, walk, and relax within the same neighborhood. These neighborhoods are designed as clusters of different house types, interjected by green areas for recreation and community centers. It is also designed with an idea of green living, in which adequate energy supply and waste management are factored in as an issue. It is a multi-density settlement that gives every interested diasporan opportunity to live according to their tastes. Other special features considered at the design stage are the provision of dual sector apartments, in which a part of the apartment can be let out and the other retained by the owner to use whenever needed. This same design concept can also allow part of the building to be used for residential purpose and the other part as private office space, that is, in the likeness of international dual-purpose neighborhoods, as is found in Manhattan, New York, or the Liverpool streets of London. The Abuja Estate shall be a gated residential neighborhood with communal services and full complements of infrastructure. These include flats, condos, duplexes, mansions, perimeter fencing, CCTV cameras and security, electricity and water reticulation, central sewage system, etc.
If there's anything that the diaspora will appreciate now, it is this. The major problem is you give people money, they spend your money. So if there's a partnership directly with the federal government, and you now have an agency for diaspora, I think that's it.
This is in line with the President's vision.
Yes.
And bringing in Nigerians to come and settle, as well as bringing in foreign direct investment to boost our economy.
And it's
providing jobs, employment for, you can imagine.
It's going to be huge if we, and incidentally, President Buhari they just ratified the diaspora policy just 2 or 3 weeks ago, which includes a very significant aspect of housing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This is quite exciting to us.
Thank you.
Of our project, this is the initial stage because everything is like a virgin land now. It's when we build it that turns to city. That's how we have been traveling in Florida and every other place. At the inception, this is how it is. For the site itself, 702 hectares, the perimeter survey has been done, the topography is done, and it's a fine terrain.
Are those lakes? Those blueprints, small streams.
They're already there.
Yes, they are there. You can see them. Yes, this green.
They are natural.
These are the land use plan for the place for now. That's how you have to So actually, it's an early stage that we are visiting the site that we needed to get to see the site itself, and this is what it is.
This is even the best time to visit this one.
So what we intend to do now is to have a committee, joint committee of FDT and the commission, that will be working on it. I want to thank you very much for taking the opportunity, to come. And we are hoping that this will lead to what we intended to do by ensuring that something befitting that the diaspora Nigerians can see. We have a housing, program going on that they can fit in. Will come to fruition during this.
Thank you very much. I'm sure this will be very exciting to the diaspora. To actually have the diaspora sitting in Abuja is what we've all been looking for, and to work with the FHA directly will be the key thing, because it's the government thing, not going to individuals who end up taking you. And as usual, it's going to be very transparent, very open. And in fact, like we said, they needed this like yesterday.
Wow, such a great initiative. Kudos to all the stakeholders. The Nigerian Association of Pharmacists and Pharmaceutical Sciences in the Americas, NAPSA, is set to partner with NIDCOM and other relevant bodies towards transforming Nigeria's pharmaceutical procedure, which will serve as a good resource for the country's economy and set standards far beyond global reach. Please watch.
I became president in 2019, and I told my organization that my vision is that we should not benchmark ourselves against people we are better than, against whatever you call African standard or Nigerian standard, but the global best practice. Because there is nothing in us that makes us inferior to have a different standard from any other person. Rather, we should not just meet and match any standard in the world, but we should set standards where we can and whenever we can. Now, within our portfolio, we have the full database, or we continue to increase it, of Nigerian pharmaceutical professionals in America, which is a good resource for the country whenever they need such support. We also are very keen to build relationships with key institutions like yourselves as partners towards the transformation of Nigeria. What we've done is to bring all Nigerians that own their own community pharmacy together under one roof, so that they can have a voice, so that they can buy together and be an economic power block that can protect their interest in the very, very difficult terrain of running your own pharmacy in the United States of America. And I can tell you that that is a very, very useful economic pillar for the sustenance of our organization. Everything we are doing is geared towards home. I do want to let you know. So this is just let you know, we're speaking in good spirit, and we totally embrace that mindset. But if you don't build a solid foundation, you cannot be able to engage with home. Otherwise, it won't be organized. Our heart is at home. That is the only way we can feel proud being in America, when our home country is strong. because that's the basis upon which we compare ourselves to Jews, China, and India. Because everything we use in America is imported from China, but we know they can be imported from Nigeria. Our pharmacies are looking forward to the day when 90% of the product they sell is made in Nigeria.
The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission was set up by an act of the Nigerian Parliament, an establishment act which set it up in 2017. We took off as a commission in May 2019. So by this May, we are just barely 2 years old. We are set up to harness and engage with the Nigerians in diaspora in terms of their resources, their talents, their skills, and global exposure for the development of Nigeria. We operate in terms of our engagement with the Nigerians in the diaspora on a basis of one-on-one, on a basis of small groups, on the basis of professional groups, which the Pharmaceutical Association of Nigeria in the Americas happens to be one. We are glad to welcome you to the Commission. We are happy to have you here. And I can tell you, from the medical field, we interact with virtually all the other associations. The Associations of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, the Association of Nurses, and also the pharmacists and pharmaceutical scientists. And I'm happy that you are here. God has blessed Nigeria with diversity and resources. And when I mean resources, I mean also human resources and human capital, that if we harness, can bring about the accelerated development that we are talking about. So we welcome you to the Commission. We pray you will have a very successful visit to Nigeria.
Well done, NAPSA, for the innovation. Over to Boy Alenko.
Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down. Do you have a job where you're going to?
No, but someone is arranging, you know...
Listen, Alenko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. You know, I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alenko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
An Amazon to reckon with. The Chairman CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri Arewa, received an award of excellence in public service by the Business Day newspaper for 2020. The Chairman's CEO was represented by her technical assistant, Habiba Pat Eluame, and the award was presented by the Secretary to the Commission, Engineer Dr. Sule Yakubu Basi. Please watch.
Thank you, Business Day, for this award. It's truly appreciated. And to have been the only woman amongst all the awardees. I'm proud to be a woman. I'm proud of all my team here at DITCOM. Dr. Basi, Abiba, thank you for representing. I couldn't be there personally because I was out of the country, but on behalf of DITCOM, we say thank you, we appreciate this, and I urge all DITCOM staff to continue to work harder and harder. In just 2 years, we'll be getting accolades and awards. It only means we have to work harder, and there's a lot more to do. Thank you, and I dedicate this one to all my brothers and sisters listening in the diaspora.
Congratulations and more wins.
Nigeria in Diaspora Commission provides for the engagement of Nigerians in diaspora in the policies, projects, and participation in the development of Nigeria, and for the purpose of utilizing the human capital and material resources of Nigeria in diaspora towards the overall socio-economic, cultural, and political development of Nigeria. We all must be good ambassadors to our country, Nigeria, in whatever country we find ourselves. Be of good behavior. Be a true Nigerian, for true Nigerians are heroes of our time. This message is brought to you by Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM.
Now over to the momotrician, Dr. Lulu, with suicide notes.
So once upon a time in the long time ago, people used to get victimized for attempting suicide. It was like a crime. The families get victimized, they get isolated, they get ostracized, they get further stigmatized because their child died by suicide. They were not allowed to bury their children in the church cemetery and things like that. So we don't use the word commit anymore because of reasons like that. I mean, it just further makes the situation worse. There are other words you can use. And so today we're going to talk about those words. And how are we going to do that? We're going to read from my book. And yeah, so if you don't know, I'm also a 3-time best-selling author. My first book is called How to Raise Well-Rounded Children. My second book is called A Teen's Life. And my third book is called How to Teach Your Children About Racism. But we're going to be reading from this book today. Very short, not too long. And so we're going to be talking about some words to avoid because words matter. And I know sometimes people say, well, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. In this case, what you say is just as bad as how you say it. So we're not going to be saying committed, anything with the C word anymore. So if you listen to Dr. Lulu, you should know that never again should you say commit suicide. All right. So what do you say instead, Dr. Lulu? What do you say? Oh, calmate. Let's talk about that. So you can say suicided because the word suicide is also a verb. And I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's true. You can say suicided rather than committed suicide. My email address is, you can try Ask Dr. Lulu, but I prefer suicide notes with drlulu@gmail.com. And the word doctor is abbreviated to DR. So suicide notes with drlulu@gmail.com. Thank you so much. That's all I had today. Remember, words matter. And so next week, we're going to talk some more about suicide. Hopefully, I'm helping to get you a little bit in the know, because that's the whole idea. Remember, using the word commit isolates, victimizes, ostracizes, and further stigmatizes the family as well as the victim. All right, now you know enough. Go and be good. And remember, the life you save might be your own. So be compassionate. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you for staying all through the program. We hope it's been worth your while. And in case you have anything to share with us, please don't hesitate to do so as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. On our Instagram page at nidcom_gov. On our YouTube page at nidcom_gov. And on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network on Friday at 10:30 a.m. on NTA International on Tuesday at 6 a.m. and 10:05 p.m. on NTA News 24 on Friday at 2:30 p.m. and on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAT TV on Thursdays at 9 a.m. and on WTV on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. And you can join us on Ben TV London at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. See you next time.